What's up, everybody? We are here with Mista O. This is Bridge the Gap. My name is Holden Stephan Roy, and this is the show where we talk to interesting people such as yourself, Mista O. We go through the story of your life, and we learn some knowledge nuggets along the way. And a couple things that's worth noting is for me, when I get to talk to people that don't come from Montreal, which is where I'm from, is really helpful because I didn't get to grow up in a lot of American context and see that reality. So at the end of the day, all the stories I get like this, they do a lot to kind of explain a lot of different, you hear the music but you don't live the realities, you don't see things. So hearing your story just helps a lot in general for everyone. And with that, yeah, it's just my pleasure to have you here. Having heard your music, I think it's really good. I really appreciate what you do. And to get stuff started, can you just let us know, Mista O, where you start your life, because that's where the story is going to start. So we need to have a little setting for where that comes in.
I started my life, well, I was born and raised in West Baltimore.
Okay, that's perfect. So that ties into the first real question, which is a little bit lengthy. Then when it lands, you're going to do a lot more of the talking. And it
Okay.
starts off with my girlfriend. She's washing the dishes one time, and she's got her phone playing, and it's that Black Eyed Peas song that I got a feeling. Ooh, she's vibing, she dancing around, she doing her thing. And so I'm looking at her, and I'm like, yo, when did this song become chores music? Because if you really think about this track, once upon a time, 10 years back or so, it would be one of them tracks that was up in the clubs or whatever, middle of the night, you're drunk, time, like the highlight of the night kind of song. Maybe not everywhere, but for a lot of people. Then 10 years goes by, the song doesn't change at all, but we evolve so much as we age that basically the song kind of takes on a new role in our life. It's that chores music we listen to when we're trying to find a more litty experience doing the kind of more mundane stuff, which got me thinking about the journeys we all go on. Like the 20-year-olds out there running around, they be listening to whatever, and they don't know that in 10 years they're going to be doing dishes to that music. And they don't know that when I hear their party music, I do dishes to it because that's just kind of where I'm at in life with it. And that got me thinking about how so often with these interviews, when we hear the stories of artists, everybody starts in this adolescent phase. Like, yo, I was like 11 and I heard this hip hop guy and I got inspired, or I started writing at this point. And I'm like, that's amazing parts of the story, but it's definitely not the beginning of anybody's musical journey. As music's one of those things that's always around us. Like you could run it back to being like as young as you can, and there's gonna be sounds there. Like when I'm like 5 and stuff, my dad's got these like gray boxes in the apartment, like the fucking radio, the tape deck, the amplifier, wires going out to all the speakers. You'd be busting like Led Zeppelin tapes and stuff. At nighttime, the clubs in Montreal would play their EDM, techno, whatever club music, and my dad would bump that. My mom, she's like love songs, soft rock, and Disney's and musicals and all that kind of shit. And all these different things kind of like created almost this little soundscape to my reality until I got old enough to give a shit and start caring. I still had to listen to all the stuff they wanted to listen to. And that influenced me a lot. So to me, it feels like a more apt start of the story. So I was hoping, Mista O, you could run us back to being the youngest Mista O you can remember being, and let us know a little bit about what it sounded like to be you when you were little, like what your parents was vibing, the technologies, the experience. And keep in mind, most of us, on my side at least, didn't come from Baltimore. So for us, it's completely new information.
Well, when I was growing up as a youngster, then my mother would play Anita Baker and come on, it's coming to me now. Anita Baker and R&B and looking at crisscross jump and uh uh things from her childhood and so on and so forth. But I remember back then looking at TLC, Ain't Too Proud to Beg, House of Pain, Jump Around, looking at Nickelodeon,
Hmm.
TGIF, hitting cartwheels. Just I mean, just being a child, we didn't know about bills and rent and so on and so forth. Going with the times. It's a time period where it wasn't no social media. You
Facts.
hear me?
Yeah, I do.
It was on social media. Basically like this. The main social media you had was cable. If you ain't had cable, you was fucked.
Yo, big facts.
Straight up.
I remember that.
Regular ass TV, yeah. Right, watching regular ass TV is the main, or watching regular TV. Looking at cable, look. I mean, like I said, looking at cable was the main thing to have. You ain't have it, you was fucked. Looking at Nickelodeon Snick. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Mm.
Ren and Stimpy. Chris Explains It All. Jumping up and down the bed looking at Fox Kids. Come on, looking at Saturday morning cartoons like Recess and Family Man, Ghost Rider, and just enjoying being a little, just being a child with no responsibility.
Mm. And
Yeah.
were you super interested in music when you were young? Also, you're the first person to say cartwheeling. That's a good answer. I like it when people say
Yeah,
stuff I never
cartwheels
heard
and
before.
flips and all that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
But yeah, were you a fan of music when you were young, or was it more something that was around you?
When I was younger, like this is, I realized I started rapping at 9 years old. You heard me?
You started rapping at 9.
9 years old.
What got?
9 years old.
How did you start rapping? What got you there?
What got me there is I say, well, back then is looking at come on now. I'm looking at this is 1996, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm looking at fucking Scream and movies like Scream and going to Blockbuster, looking at Sunset Park, listening to R. Kelly listening to R. Kelly, keeping it on the down low. Nonchalant 5 o'clock in the morning. MC like keep on keeping on and come on now, shit. And seeing et cetera, et cetera. Then a group called Bone Thugs and Harmony made more rap. I mean, seeing it on the box. The box was a music channel where nigga, but the box was a music channel. We had all the videos to watch them.
Okay.
You feel me? And that's when I would see him so constantly. Then just being a fourth grader, seeing it regularly. Come home from school, seeing it back to back, and boom, I came to MC.
That's wild. So you're 9 years old. You decided to start rapping. How does that go for you? Like, do you start writing tracks, or you just like practicing other people's
I'm
songs?
9 years old. Yo, I'm not. You can see I'm still good, right?
Yeah.
I'm 9 years old putting words together. I'm putting words together. I'm writing about cola and shit. I'm a fourth grader. I'm a fourth grader. My rhymes wasn't that good. I'm
Mm.
just, learning what I'm seeing as an artist, writing little dumb little rhymes. It wasn't complex. It's elementary school. I'm in elementary school.
Right.
It wasn't that tight.
But you're still writing
Come
it.
on now. Yeah, it wasn't that tight. Just learning as an artist. But during that time, it wasn't just like Bone Thugs made me want to rap. I'm about being just looking at Puff Daddy. As I got like maybe in fifth grade, Puff Daddy would just fit to me. Say whatever people could say whatever about the man, but he inspired me too that you could come up in life. Being a fifth grader, seeing him on Vibe magazine, Word Up magazine. You know, my reading wasn't tight at that time, and see him seeing he was like the Drake of 1997. You hear me?
Right.
Real. Seeing all these magazines practically everywhere, and he motivated me too. Motivated me too to go out there and want to be an artist. Seeing bitches break their neck to go crazy over him, and I wanted to be in that same place.
Right.
Damn, I'm still trying to get there right now, and I shall get there.
I believe it.
Yeah,
Nah, I hear you. The struggle is a powerful thing, but we're in an age where
you gotta, yeah, because because mediocre. I mean, I said this, if you ain't got no goals in life, you must accept you must really accept your life that you got. Then I
right.
don't.
Um,
I believe that what I'm about is going to be at the mountaintop someday. You realize I'm from Baltimore City. It ain't too many big time artists from Baltimore City. Last time I see big time service artists probably fucking Drew Hill and them.
right.
That's
Yeah,
probably it.
I feel that. I come from Montreal. We got
Yeah.
Celine Dion and a couple other people. It's not
Oh,
like
yeah. I grew up on her too. I thought she was pretty good, you know.
when it comes down to
Titanic
the
and shit.
but when it comes to the
Yeah.
hip hop world, it's like we got Drake in another city. So we got the country has
Yeah.
another guy. So it's not like the city got like as much happening. So I actually empathize a lot. I think I'm a year younger than you, so like I fucks with what you're
Yeah.
saying in like a pretty deep way.
Yeah.
So you're like 9 years old. You basically still writing rhymes, which again, even if they're the trashiest shit in the world, at 9 years old, it's better than everything because you're 9 and you're writing rhymes, and that's fucking wild.
Yeah, it was a start. I'm starting out. My rhymes wasn't that sharp. I'm starting. I'm putting little dumbass words together. I wasn't that slick with the word as a 9-year old.
Were you showing it to people and like, or were you more of a quiet person with
Um,
it?
I'm about to show. They just know I'm doing. I'm on. I'm basically I'm rapping. They knew this. I mean, I wasn't showing. Let me see. The best I can remember, I wasn't showing people. I was just basically just learning as I go.
Right.
After all, it's baby steps. It's writing little rhymes. I'm trying to mimic this motherfucker over here. I'm trying to be like Snoop Dogg or them, Santa Claus in the ghetto and so forth. I'm learning. This is me. This is my development as an artist.
Right. Yeah, I still think it's dope that you did it at 9. Like that's like anytime I hear that, it blows me away.
Yeah, it touched me. It touched me down in my heart. There's some people putting words together.
So
Putting
like,
words. Yeah, putting words together like bang bang. That's what they made me want to rap then. And this is a time period where, like I said, it was cable. If you had cable, you didn't have shit.
mm,
You feel me?
yeah, I definitely like I remember that. I mean, I don't know whether I can't remember if I ever really went without cable, but I understand the power of cable at that time. Because otherwise, what? It's the newspaper that's like once a day. Then the news came 3 times a day on cable. You got three new, like that was it. Like I remember parents would used to like sit up for the 11 o'clock news. Like people would stay up late just to stay informed.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't remember all that shit. I'm looking at Moesha. Yeah,
But
I'm always looking at Moesha and shit. I'm
I hear you, man.
UPN,
So
Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World.
I
That's
def
what I'm looking at.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I was definitely with that.
TGIF, Sabrina and Teenage Witch. That's what I'm concentrating on. I'm concentrating on reading shit. Fighting people in elementary school. Playing Super Nintendo.
mm, those are
Sega Genesis. I'm taping shit on VHS tape. I'm looking at what's that? I'm looking at A Time to Kill. I'm on my Sega Game Gear.
shit. I remember Sega Game Gear now, but I forgot about that. Um,
Yeah. See, that's how the cassette tape series got made, man. Shit. Using what I knew and putting it to what you heard in the fucking SoundCloud, right, on YouTube,
um, no, I hear that. So like when you're like young though, so you start rapping at 9, you're perfecting your craft. At what point does it like evolve to a point where you start to like show people or get a little bit more interactive with it, or do other
Okay.
things in life kind of take over as you go through the school process?
Well, let me see. All right. Well, as me growing up as an artist, I started going to the studio at 15 years old.
That's crazy cool.
Yeah, 15 years old, going to the studio. It was over East. I was going to some dude's studio. He wasn't the best. It wasn't the best studio in the world, but I learned from that experience that everybody. This is the early fucking thousands. You heard me? I learned from that experience that everybody knew what the fuck they doing. They got a studio, and excuse me. Also, I learned that shit as I got older. But then I'm going to the studio, hearing your voice, writing little rhymes and shit. These rhymes I was writing at this time were not matched to a beat. I'm just writing for the sake of writing shit in high school. Like, yeah, da 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 da. They don't match it. I'm just writing for the sake of releasing my fucking thoughts on paper at this time.
Right.
Then I went to a studio somewhere in East Baltimore, being a teenager. It's the early recordings of me is out there, but I can't find the shit, and I ain't worried about the shit.
Yo, but the fact that there are early recordings of you that are out there is wildly cool. Like to me,
Yeah,
that needs to be recognized as an impressive feat because I feel like far too often we overlook the crazy awesome shit we did when we were younger in like the pursuits of the
yeah,
today and now. And yo,
yeah.
at
And I was not,
15,
and I
I
was
was not doing that.
nah, and I was not Mr. O then.
What was your rap name back then? That's a good question.
Oh shit, I was probably just let's see, probably Master J or something. I don't see. No, it was probably belligerent or something. It wasn't Mr. O. It was probably belligerent or something like belligerent. You know what I mean?
That's cool. How'd you come up with that? Do you remember?
I mean, I'll tell you something, yo. I was in there just how come I was into seeing big writing big words, reading the dictionary, machination, proclamation. I'm listening to Keith Murray and shit. Domination, amputation, stuff like that. I'm reading big words from the dictionary. Belligerent. I told that name belligerent. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying?
Yeah, that's a good reason though, because at the very least
Yeah.
you're aware of what the word means.
Yeah, I know what I mean. Yeah.
No, I mean like if you're young, anyway. No, but that's really cool, cause like I mean rather than like if you're like 15 and you just pick a big word and you don't know what it means, which believe it or not, I have met people who've done that. Are you talking?
I'm with you.
Okay, cool. So that's blessed. So you're out in Baltimore in your teenage years, basically recording and stuff. How are you getting beats, or is this being done at the studios?
I'm getting beats at this time. I'm fucking buying a file of beat CD from but getting the beat CD from some flea market. That's how I did it.
Hold up, you went to the flea market and you would cop beat CDs.
A beat CD, yeah. Like, you know, all Puff Daddy instrumentals. Rap to this.
Okay.
The clips, what's it called? The clips grinding beat. Rap to this. That's what I did. I was like, go. This is the early thousands, man.
Yeah. No,
Like this ain't. I mean, SoundCloud wasn't out.
nah.
I'm on it buying the BCD. When he rap to this, whatever, writing little rhymes. I didn't know how to write at 16 at that time either. I'm just writing shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. It seems to be like
Yeah.
actually like a thing that happens a lot. People write, and then at some point they either learn on their own or somebody teaches them what a 16 is and the structuring of a song. And the early recordings are often just like more experimental and having fun. Not necessarily that they weren't taking it serious, but like having fun with it by comparison. So when you're more focused and running through it.
Yeah, I was taking that shit seriously, just taking it seriously, rapping for classmates and shit. Yo can rap, you know what I mean? Going to school, rap for classmates, trying to get bitches because you rap. That shit didn't really. Yeah, hey, yo, you can rap and shit. Yo, spit some rhymes from the freestyle for me. It didn't doing that. I mean, during that time period of just as an artist going to the studio, it was a learning experience. Experience that I learned that this. It didn't give me the impact I had as I got older, but I still loved rap.
That's
It
really
didn't.
cool.
It wasn't. Yeah. Just being a rapper. It was. I mean, just you rap. I say this because you can rap, you can sing. It's not gonna give you a bunch of clout and give you to no bitches.
That's a good lesson to learn as young as you did.
Yeah, it's not. You gotta be the one that's popping then. You gotta be popping now. You gotta have the. You know what I mean? What I mean as an artist, you gotta be one that's going. Be the one to have it going on.
Yeah, I know. Like the whole like
Yeah,
package, the brand, like you basically have
yeah.
to
You
be
gotta
doing
be.
well with it. It's not enough to just create art. You have to create art and then do something with the art that is impressive enough to attract.
Yeah. The clout. You gotta have the clout.
Yeah,
You gotta have the power when you're the artist. You gotta be the shit that's what's going on. That's what the hoes are drawn to. He the one. You know what I mean? You Snoop Doggy Dog, you Jay-Z, you gotta be the motherfuckers people is talking about when you want to be a big time artist. Or you just plain old no motherfucking body. You self known literally.
that's amazing. I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm at that place in life where it's like, nah, getting the cloud up is actually like really important
Yeah.
because you could. I know a lot of people who can rap real good, as on
Yeah.
like a lot, but like to get to the next level is like even you hit me up for an interview the way you did. Like that's a
Yeah,
move, right? Not a lot of. I don't think
yeah,
everyone is willing to go as far into trying to push their brand and to get more recognition as I feel. I'm talking maybe even a bit to myself. Like I learned a lot this year interviewing people about how much I know shit all about the music business. So now I'm like looking at it with this hindsight and I'm like, say a word, he's not wrong at all. You've gotta actually be the fucking man if you're out there doing it, or else. And even like
yeah,
forget the hoes, just to get people to come to your damn show.
yeah. Like, yeah. That's the beauty of being an artist. Like, people coming to see you. Not you just come. Not you just rhyming to your fucking self. You know what I mean? People coming to see you, buy from you. You the one motherfuckers want to be around. Also, as I continue about going to school and rapping, right? I saw people who had more momentum than me. I saw niggas with like they had making mixtapes and actually hard copies for like and they still nobody right now.
Mm.
And if shit,
Yeah,
you
I
make yeah, you making mixtapes from 16, you wake up 34 years old, and you still nobody.
it's
17 mixtapes yeah, yeah.
I think there's like even hearing you say that, it's like you go through this thing, I think, as an artist where you start to realize the scope of the number of people out there at some point. On everything you're saying about Baltimore, probably in this regard parallels into Montreal. I know dudes who've been at it since longer than me that like a lot more content out, and yeah, I kind of hear what you're saying in a big way.
Yeah. I mean, you have not meaning they have not learned. It's sad. I learned it's sad, but I learned about myself as an artist. I learned is don't continuously make shit if you ain't seeing shit benefit from the first time or second time.
Mm, that is a big ass lesson.
Motherfuckers making 10, 15 mixtapes and they seeing no results. It's sad. I remember it. I mean, no, I mean, you had the best engineers, best videographers, best photographers, and you still was a who that? Who is you?
Yo, man, you put it bluntly, but yeah, that's a real thing that a
Yeah,
lot of people know about.
yeah. I mean, it's so yeah, for real, yo. Social media is beautiful. I thank God for social media. But everybody on social media is not fucking known.
Facts.
I don't give a fuck how many you get. I don't care how many K's you got. You is known. Only person know you is motherfuckers on the internet, not in your fucking hood.
Yeah, that's fair too. I mean, real life is different than the internet is a big lesson
Yeah,
that I've
real.
learned.
Yeah, I mean, real talk. You see them bitches on IG. You think these hoes are nationwide known? Fuck no.
Nah,
Only fans known.
that's fair.
I want to be the dude that's known physically and digitally on both sides of the fence. Like, this guy is really got it going on. This man, I mean, making one day say I may sell myself for real.
Nah, that's a proper goal to go for. I mean, I know
Yeah,
a lot of
the wait. Go ahead.
it's a whole bunch of folk I find that are focused on the online clout without any real way to carry it over, whether it's ignorance or whatever, whatever. But everything you're saying to me makes a whole lot of sense and is a reality about adaptation, right? Like that's the important part, and to learn from the results of the past. That's another big one.
Yeah, it is. I learned my results real fast, real quick. That's how I learned my results. That's how strong I've been. That's how long I've been. That's how bad I want to learn the game. Like, how can somebody make all this shit in bulk and ain't nobody? How can you spend your lifetime making mixtapes and albums and you know the fucking you? If I mean, hey, what you like Lil Kim, don't you?
I do like Lil Kim actually, yeah.
Okay. Lil Kim has made maybe she been in the game, I don't know, 25, 26 years in the game. And she's made 4 albums. And people talking about hardcore right now.
That's true. When you can drop a classic, that will be live forever, and it's forever money.
Right now, right now, meaning she didn't have to make a gang of shit. She had to make a gang of shit over and over again to be hot. She's like that one album did it 26 years later. I mean, I heard it myself. It wasn't really for me.
But it wasn't bad. It was still like a. It's understandable why people like it, regardless to like it's like preferences. I was impressed with it. I don't know that I really
Oh, you
put
can still
on it.
see me, right?
Sorry.
You can still see me, right?
It's kind of dark. It's more like your silhouette, but it's
Well, man,
alright.
let me. I'm gonna take this in. I'm gonna take this in the bathroom. It's more like I'm good because my son hurt my hands. Okay, I got you. I'm good.
Now
All right.
the super important part is we can hear you.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm alright with it. Like it's kind of like it's almost like you're in the shadows. It's got like an aesthetic charm to it.
You know, right? It get better, you know. But Lil Kim made that many albums. She made 4 albums. And they talking about hardcore right now. Like I said, it was not for me. I heard the album. I understand lyricism, but I'm like, okay, it was not for me. It's for like other hoes' brain cells.
Right. But so I guess like when you're doing your teenage run and stuff, are you performing back then, or is it just recording and just kind of having your tapes?
Let me see. When I was a teenager, when I was performing, I mean, I was rapping in school and shit, but it wasn't no fucking daggone like I was rapping in school, but it wasn't like a super buzz. It was just I'm rapping. Yeah, he can rap. Yo can rap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Spit something for me. I
Right.
was still nobody going to school.
I appreciate your humility. A lot of people talk like they were the man, and I'm not saying they weren't the man. For all I know, everybody that told me they were the man in high school was the man in high school. How the fuck am I supposed to know I wasn't there? But
No.
with that, I really appreciate the humility upon which you promote it. It's very authentic, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens after high school then? I guess are you still rapping this whole time,
Um.
or do you like pivot away
Well,
from it?
okay. Well, high school. Go ahead.
Sorry, no.
You said rap after high school.
Well, did you continue rapping throughout until after high school, or did you like stop at some point?
I did stop when I was 18 years old. 18 to maybe 21, I was not rapping. I was not making nothing
Mm-hmm. What happened?
real. I mean, I said a buddy of mine told me some shit that killed my enthusiasm being an artist. I just put the pen down. I was not making no music, no nothing. I was not making no music. I was the MC in me was dead for a couple years. I wasn't rapping. I'm going to fucking BCC now. You
Well,
hear me? Going to BCC,
I'm
trying to
not.
fuck
What's
bitches.
hold on? What's BCC?
Baltimore City Community College.
Fair. What did you take?
I try to be a wannabe ass journalist. You know what I mean?
That's pretty cool. Stills. I fucks with that.
Yeah. Try to be a wannabe ass journalist. You know. I wasn't rapping. I was not creating shit. I'm just living life, going to catching the subway, catching the bus, trying to fuck bitches, and just trying to make some, try to do so with myself, educate my mind, and that's how far. That's what them. That's what That's what I was doing when I put the hip hop shit behind me for a couple of years.
That's fair. I mean, a lot of people go to school. That's a good thing to do.
You don't want to, yeah.
So I guess what makes you decide to pick the pen up again?
My butt. One of my. I'm not gonna say my fuck. I ain't gonna say my phrase. One of one of my old associates put the MC back in me.
That's fair.
I hit around 21 years old. MC, I was yeah. Come on, man. Going over his house, recording shit. But me and that person had some real issues though. He had some real issues. on his house. I'm working on my first. I'm working on. I work at this time. I'm working on my first mixtape ever.
Mm, that's cool. So you're making your first
Yeah,
mixtape. You're getting back
my
into
first
the game,
mixtape.
and
Yeah, coming back to the game. My first mixtape ever.
at this
That's
point,
when doing that. Huh?
you're a little bit older, a little bit more ready to
Yeah,
go with it.
yeah. I was. Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I was. He put it. He gave me the. He gave me the momentum back to do this shit again.
Did you end up finishing the mixtape?
Yeah, I made. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When I this is what's called B410 sick born, sick made. There's a time period I'm doing the hardcore shit. You heard me?
That's fire.
I got that shit tagged. Yeah, I'm doing the hard. You heard me? The hardcore shit.
Yeah.
I'm doing grave diggers, flatliners, brother Lynch hung. Come on, ghetto boys, insane clown posse shit. I'm Omega Osiris at this time with the first mixtape.
That's dope. And was it like a concept, or was it just more like each track was its own thing?
Each track was his own thing. On that mixtape, it was some wicked shit on there. It was beats on there. It was like original beats and not original beats on my first mixtape ever. Doing that. I mean, it was a. I got printed. It was printed. It was. I got 25 copies made off that shit.
That's dope. Uh,
Yeah, 25 copies of me.
Oh, and so like after that comes out, are you like pushing it in shows? Like how's the grind for you as a young
Yo,
Baltimore artist?
okay, when during that time when I was making that mixtape, I tried to perform at Bowie State, Skateworks, Bowie State. Nothing happened at Bowie State. Skateworks, nothing happened. I was giving that shit out for free to people. Like, here you go. I performed at Baltimore City Community. I tried to perform at Baltimore City Community College during this time. Like giving a mixtape for free. Here you go. Yo, my name Omega Osiris, Cyrus. The mixtape didn't materialize shit.
Mm,
You know, um, it didn't materialize shit. It ain't give me no fucking fan base.
that's a big
Okay.
lesson.
Yeah.
So what do you do to adapt from that? Because you said you're somebody that basically takes the lessons and makes some different moves.
Well, when I made that mixtape, okay. When I made that mixtape, that shit was a fucking flop. Then I tried to work on the album, The Minted Youngin, at 23 years old. The Minted Youngin never came out. That fucking shit got scrapped
How come?
because what was that shit called? I had writers. I mean, I had $1,500 ready for that shit. Real 1,500. Yeah, $1,500. I mean to say that shit got scrapped and shit. I wasn't really pressing the issue with the album, so it never came out.
So it was like more of an issue of distributing it once it was created.
No, my thinking wasn't. I play this. Some artists can make shit real fast. A song like that. I'm a thinking person. Writer's block wasn't. My writer's block was strong.
Hmm.
Nothing was coming to me fast. Plus, I had life issues and shit. It was not. Dementia Youngin is basically never came to life. It was scrap. A scrap. It was a scrap idea.
No, that's fair, and I'm glad that you were able to recognize that and just be like, okay, next thing, and
Yeah,
that's a good way to
yeah.
approach it.
That shit, that shit just got scrapped. You know what I mean? Dementia Youngin never got released. There are songs on SoundCloud on that project. That songs on SoundCloud on that project on that. Yeah. Plus, plus, uh, plus doing the Dementia Youngin a name change.
Okay, that's when you become
I
Mista O.
became no. I was not messed up. From Omega Osiris to Omega O, Dementia Youngin.
Okay, cool. That's a simpler name to remember.
Yeah.
That was my first thoughts
Yes,
on the first name. I'm like, that's a lot of syllables to remember. And I can
it
follow.
is. I know it's you gotta sit there and like think a couple times. Omega O side was like da da da. You know, I know. I'm still that's still I'm still doing the wicked shit as Omega O.
Oh, that's fucking
You heard me?
cool. So you have more than one
Yeah,
moniker. That's fire. I
yeah,
didn't
never
even know
mind.
that.
Yeah, yeah. No, I chose another moniker when I made the Minty Youngin, but it's still the same style as the horrorcore shit.
Right. And then so what? I guess you're working on all these projects. At what point do you become Mista O?
I became Mr. O at 23 years old, right there. You know, after I did what's that shit called? I say after I did a show in downtown Baltimore when I was performing my song and motherfuckers didn't pay shit no damn mind. I threw my little CD in the fucking trash. You know what I mean? And for all I know, I changed my name from from Omega O to Mr. O. Simpler, it's simpler title, memorable, and it's saying something you will be interested in it. You know, that's why I changed it, Mr. O.
I like that. Is that also like you?
Yeah,
Did that also come with like a desire to do less horrorcore kind of stuff?
yeah. Hardcore. When I became Mr. O, the hardcore shit just was dead. You know.
So what? I guess what direction did you want to go with it? Like I feel like you have this conscious vibe to your stuff where it's very like, yo, this is my life. Let's be smarter. Like it's the general
Yeah,
hustle
yeah,
vibe I get.
yeah. But like, yeah. So you know, the Minty Young is scrap. Then during that time, I was at during that time it was a bitch though. I was around I went to one of my buddy houses. You know, I had writer's block at the time. You hear me?
Right.
I had writer's block. Then so I was at his house chilling for a vacation. And I came up with the cassette tape volume 1.
Right. Which is a solid sounding project.
Yeah, that's on SoundCloud too. Cassette tape volume 1. Yeah.
So what inspired that?
Shit, this like I say, my growing up back in the day, my experiences on cassette tape volume 1. That shit was that the volume 1 was a learning experience, another learning experience also. You know,
How so? Like your lessons are pretty
yeah,
interesting.
when I yeah when I make cassette tape volume 1, I lost $585 on that shit. Yeah.
Why do you say you lost it? Like I mean, I mean it's just so specific a number.
When I say lost, it's like this. Like I said, the person who made me want to rap again stole money from me during this time.
That is
You hear
super
me?
unfortunate.
Yeah, it don't take fucking it don't take like three it don't take a long time to get a CD reduplicated. So during this time, the person who brought me back to rap, he stole money from me. He stole money for that. $585 is gone. Stole for money. He like, you know what I mean? I know him for some years. I know he's cool. Excuse me. Before I know, hey yo, I will, I'll print disc out for you. The CDs come in the mail,
Right.
and coming home and not seeing what I put my money to, not there. It was gone. Calling somebody phone number. Hey yo, what's going on? You answer no phone calls. You answer me on no Twitter. You answer me no Facebook. The money is gone.
Yeah, it's a big lesson.
Yeah, I was doing cassette tape volume 1. So I had to scrape up some damn money and get cassette tape volume 1 reduplicated over again.
Yeah, I could understand the lesson and frustration in that, but at least you
Yeah,
figured that out and got it.
yes I did. Yes I did figure it out. I did figure that shit out. Yes I did.
And then how did you promote it once it was out?
When I got it, I went on the street, gave free 500 hard. I gave out free 500 hard copies in the streets of Baltimore.
Okay.
I gave away 500. Yeah, I mean, literally, it's fucking cold outside. Here you go. I gave my seed to motherfuckers at my job. Um, or how at my job to my family members. Gave to people at high school, whoever, whatever's in my fucking in my eyesight. Here's the set. Here you go. Here you go. At the fucking mall. You heard me?
Yeah.
One time I gave this little girl that shit. This shit gonna tell me if I can make my CD a coaster.
It's still a coaster. That's your CD.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's a coaster. This is at Mondawmin Mall.
That's awesome. I mean, so do people give you feedback off of giving out 500 mixtapes?
I ain't getting no feedback. I saw like people talking about. I would come to work. I'll tell you something, yo. I'm gonna give you some advice. If you ever do that, do not give your project out at your job. That shit is fucking embarrassing, motherfucker. Yeah, y'all bump your shit. Yeah, and they playing with you.
Mm.
You gotta deal with motherfuckers for 8 hours a day and knowing you are a joke to them.
I'm sorry that happened. That's some fuckery. But yeah, I've gone through experience. Yo, at work, people did not take me seriously for a very, very, very long time until I got an opportunity to do a performance at a festival. And it wasn't even my own song. It was fucking hip-hop karaoke. So I was doing an Eminem song. And then they saw that. And they saw I was on Spotify and shit. And after that, people took me a lot more seriously. And then I was doing this YouTube shit. But, like, for a long time, it was, like, a big joke that I rapped. Like, you could tell people are just waiting for me to, like, stop or whatever. So I empathize fucking heavy with that shit. Like, everything you're saying, I'm like, yo, I barely talk about my music at work now. I used to talk about it all the time when I was younger.
That's the best way. Like, if you an artist and you rap, you sing, you a regular fucking job, say that shit for the streets. Say that shit for your fucking house. You hear me? Make it to the point they come to you and ask for your shit. Not you talking about you explain you do shit.
And it works though, because then if somebody does mention you and they walk up to you, they like, yo, I was one time at an office party and my fucking boss pulled out my phone and made the next man follow me. I'm not gonna lie, when a fucking boss at work makes a man follow you on Spotify, it's a cool feeling. It happened one time. I treasure that memory a lot.
That's what I mean. You know, it's all. That's what I learned right there. No, everything you do is. No. It's just. We still on Cassette Volume 1, right?
Yeah, we're still there.
Okay. As I learned, save your art for the streets. That's the best thing. And that giveaway. Doing that 500 giveaway with the Cassette Volume 1, it didn't give me no buzz. It was like little hints in there, like, yeah, and they got bumpy, but it didn't give me what I wanted.
Mm.
You hear me?
Yeah, no, I hear that.
It didn't really give me what I wanted. It was just like, I'm talking about, I'm performing on Biddle Street. I'm like, yo, who got Cassette Tape Volume 1? And people look, I never heard of it. That's my 500 copies got me nothing. 500 hard copies. Look at this shit. 1 minute. Look at this. Can you see it real good?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, that's my babe. 500 hard copies in the streets of Baltimore. Cassette Tape Volume 1.
It's a great cover, man. I saw that and it like popped the fuck out at me.
Yeah, I got that shit in the picture frame.
So yeah, the thing is when I listened to it, I was impressed as fuck. Cause like, you create an expectation that you meet, and I find that really impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, we learned that giving out the 500 copies to random people is what I'm understanding is not the move, because it didn't help you and avoid work, and so therefore, not all buzz is good buzz. Some buzz can actually be shitty buzz.
Yeah, and it wasn't no pussy getting offered to me. Hey, let's go on the back. Come on, Mr. O. No. it
Ah,
was yeah.
you know what I really
You
appreciate
know,
about you, Mr. O, and I just gotta say this. It's that like everyone dances around this shit. You're just like, fuck that. This is exactly what happened. I didn't get the things I wanted. I had no pussy. These are like metrics in life. You're like, this is how I can measure it out. And I
yeah.
fucking love the way you're approaching this. I enjoy this a lot, okay?
Hey,
Like this is my kind of shit. I'm like, fair enough, yo. Cuz yo, I'm not going to lie. The idea of being more appealing, I think, is something that motivates many of us to start rapping. So a lot of it was like, this ain't working. You know what worked? YouTube videos got me a 1-2 time a girl on Tinder impressed. And I'm like, oh, so that girl on Tinder gave me those eyes that one time, and it fucking changed, you know. So I started playing with the internet more, and that was a good choice for me. So there's a good chance that one girl on Tinder who saw one shit I did on the internet in like fucking back in the day times had that big of an impact on me.
yeah, it is what it is. Like I say, yeah, but like, I mean, I understand what you mean, but like, as an artist, you gotta do more. It's getting recorded, right?
Yeah, we're live. It's being recorded. Everything's
Oh
there.
yeah, I got you. Like as an artist, you gotta do more and more and more. You can't get content. You gotta stay hungry, stay driven when you do this shit.
Facts.
I just knew my turn will come. Learning over the years about music. So cassette tape volume one, it came and it went like the motherfucking wind. You know. Then um then I work on cassette tape volume two, the resurrection of the '90s.
Right. I was listening.
That shit, yeah, that one you heard on SoundCloud, that shit right there.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I made what the fuck? I made one single called "Blowing Up My Town." That shit got 8 million on fucking World Star.
I was wondering how the fuck that happened because I'd be looking at that shit and I'm like, look, dude, in my life, I did not ever see an M on SoundCloud before. I had to stop and process that motherfucker and go, that is an M. That is not. Like, and there's more of them one, right? Like, let's just be clear. There is like at least
Damn on it,
four of your tracks, I think, that broke the M. One of them's at 3 point something. And I was like,
yeah. Kirking out, the rant, the rant, 410 bitches one and two. Yeah.
but World Star, I forgot that World Star was a conduit that could get people some shit because let's be real, I'm not really World Star content. So,
Oh yeah. World Star. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, 8 million.
how'd you do that?
Shit. Um. Well, I scraped some money together. Talk to people in World Star. How you doing? For World Star, you gotta pay this amount of fee. That was $725 for that shit to get on posted on World Star. So I say my prayers because this is what I love doing. You turn to him, you get the victory with him. So got money together, and I got it posted on World Star, and that shit got 8 million views.
Say a word. Did that?
Blowing up my town.
That is like a crazy amount. I have a serious question. I know you're at 10.8K or something like that followers, which I thought was wild. Like, again, I just didn't. You got to understand, from my perspective, everybody on Spotify, YouTube, this, that, the next thing. And then you're possibly the first guy I've talked to that legitimately has a million on something. Like,
Yeah.
legitimately on something. And it's off of World Star and SoundCloud. And I'm sitting there
Yeah.
going, fuck me, eh? Maybe that was maybe I should have hit up World Star once upon a time.
Yeah, World Star. I've been on World Star maybe, let's see, Kirking out, 410 bitches, one. I've been on World Star maybe 3 times.
So the question I have is, did World Star investment pay off to you?
Um, I'm not gonna front. It was a little buzz for that song, "Blow It Up My Town," and but it didn't give me the buzz that I thought I was gonna get. You know, I'm still working at Walmart. You know,
Right.
feel me? There wasn't no bitches chasing me down, no fucking owl. It was the motherfuckers want me to sign shit. It was basically like, yeah, yo, that song was hard. Yeah, keep doing what you doing, and that was it.
Yo, we're saying with millions. Because, like,
Yeah,
you know, I
Mediocre.
appreciate that, Mr. O, because you are giving us something to think about. I know that's what you said beforehand. You're giving the world a lot to think about if they listen to this.
Yeah, yeah, word. Yeah.
So I suppose in theory, if like you pop the 750 in and then you have a bunch of next things lined up, you could milk that shit into something. But inherently, it's not gonna do anything by itself.
No, it's not gonna do nothing by itself. When it comes to the music game, let me put this together real quick. People can exaggerate their life on social media. You hear me?
Yes.
People can, like I said, people exaggerate their life on social media. They be poor as shit, be known to themselves. I'll be thinking people. I'll be tell you, I'll be thinking people from like Baltimore, the hottest shit, the motherfucker. Like, and I ask people like, you heard of so and so? Like, who is you? Who is them? You heard me? Like, who is D Tronada? Who is Lil Key? You are who? If the internet can sell you a fantasy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. I really, really do. Because
Fantasy.
I'm telling you, Mr. O, what you're saying now
Yeah,
does not stop in Baltimore. It does not stop
yeah,
even in your environment. It translates directly to me and mine's. So, like, I hear what you're saying, and I'm like, spit that shit, my guy. Spit that shit.
yeah. A fantasy. These people was motherfucking poor. All that. I'm lit. I got the fucking and then like you ain't got nothing on lock. You got your imagination on fucking lock. Fuck out of here.
Shit.
Yeah. I got 58 people on the come on, 58 people on their gram. Get out of here. You selling people wet dreams. Internet. Like I said, internet is the internet is a gift and a curse.
Like, it's hella
I love
useful.
make sense.
Like, let's
Yeah,
be real.
I mean, it has open doors to people. You know what I'm saying? It's open doors. But I'm telling you something. A man told me this shit. It's never enough money for the internet. It's never enough money. That shit costs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you want to play it the other side, it's going to take years. Years and years and
It
years.
costs money. I spent some bread on the internet. Video reactions, promotion, videos. You know, I put this in simple terms. It costs more for the video to be promoted than created.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's true. It costs a lot if you're doing that game.
Yeah, putting the mother. Yeah, yeah. It costs more for the video to be promoted than created. You can make a banging ass video be fucking nobody. Real.
It's kind of unfortunate. And these companies, that they don't tell us this part, but like my day job has an ad budget. I can't say how big it is, but I promise you my company spends more on Facebook a month than most people I know could afford to spend in a year's budget. But it's the same Facebook and it's the same YouTube and it's the same Twitter that big corporations pay this rate for. So it's like really not favoring artists. Now, that's not to say that there are not times and places where paying for shit makes sense, because there's a lot of times and a lot of places where it makes sense. I'm saying that inherently paying for that kind of stuff doesn't by itself turn into a lot without additional shit happening.
Yeah, it does. You're right. You're
However,
right.
there are ways, and I'm just saying it for the sake of like the other side of it. There are ways to monopolize those situations, but the lessons you're learning, I feel, are like, or that you learned, are lessons I think a lot of people have to learn or choose to learn when it's possibly avoidable. I don't know how many people have actually done the exact same story that you have and just never talk about it, you know?
Yeah. I just know I just peeped the game of how these people can exaggerate life on a fucking computer screen. And they fucking nobody. Like you down the street, yo. Stop exaggerating shit that just not you. Come on now. You know, I don't care if you got a fucking blue check. You're at a corner.
That's that's amazing.
You basic as me. What you talking about? Yeah.
So yo, like after the lesson of that, then what comes next for you?
Doing the series?
Well, like you said, you did the fucking tape, and then you basically did the World Star thing, and then after the World
Yeah,
Star thing,
I'm still working. I'm still on cassette tape vibe to the Resurrection in '90s now. So when I made that thing blow up my town, like I said, it was a good little buzz, but it wasn't no fucking Justin Bieber buzz. You know what I mean? It was cool. Then making other videos, making other singles and shit. I'm learning the game. And what else is going on? Like doing cassette tape, I'm still working, learning the game. And the game I learned over time, people exaggerate their life on this on in this rap game like this. Now you gotta realize, yo, you gotta be your when it kind of I realize that you gotta be your own fan first. You gotta motivate yourself to be the best artist you can be. Shit is expensive as an artist. Promotion is expensive. Video reactions are expensive. Making videos is expensive. The bitches in the video are expensive. You know what I mean?
I, dude, I'm sitting here trying to figure out in my head how the fuck I'm gonna make some of the videos I want to make because like you start going, okay, no, how much? So I have to rent a spot because who's paying for it? You're paying for it, so you have to rent a spot. And if you bring people, you have to feed them and shit.
It's like saying you the fucking label. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
like
the record label, everything. It's you the fucking record. I'm out making record label the way I think. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I definitely look at labels differently today than I did like 5 years ago. Today I'm like, that's what labels do for that like cut they take from you. Say word. I literally could not accomplish it otherwise. You know, I don't have a label, but I'm saying I definitely appreciate the value of the various roles and services they provide because independent artistry is a lot bigger than I thought last year after I've done this interview thing for a minute now.
Yeah, it's expensive. iTunes is not free. That shit has to be promoted. SoundCloud is not free. That shit has to be promoted. And that money, the millions cost me some money. You hear me?
Does SoundCloud
That
pay
shit was
though?
not
Like, do you get money off of SoundCloud?
SoundCloud play? Huh?
Does SoundCloud pay?
SoundCloud play?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do any of the SoundCloud shit.
I get over there. How do they pay anything? You got every when it comes with you gotta it's like this. All together it's the promotion of the shit that's cost. SoundCloud pay me and they pay me nothing. I ain't getting into my fucking gym talk when they send me some $10. They won't me nothing. It costs money.
That's fair.
I never got paid for no damn SoundCloud. Never, you know what I'm saying? But promotion costs money. But everything costs money is not free. As it goes to cassette tape vibe to the Resurrection '90s, it's still. Let me tell you something. That shit gonna be popping real soon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That shit took 4 years to create.
Say a word. How long is it?
It took 4 years to make cassette tape vibe to the Resurrection. It took 4 years.
No, but how long is the project? Like, runtime.
How long cassette tape vibe 2 was?
Well, yeah, you said it took 4 years to make, so I'm like,
yeah. Also, yeah, now think about it. From doing the series, I learned about engineering also.
okay.
How when you doing a project, go to the best engineers. Don't rely on no motherfucker around. Don't rely on no motherfucker who claims shit they not gonna do. If you got a question a person on your song how it came out, don't fucking use their studio no more.
Right.
Erase that person from your memory, because they don't know how to mix and master shit right. That's what I learned from cassette tape by one. going to, not going to the best engineers that I knew personally, who know what the hell they doing.
Right.
That's why that shit came out sound funny. I'm like, why? I'm sitting in the studio like, yo, why does shit sound like this? You hear me?
Yeah. No, I really
Why
do.
does shit? Why does shit? Why got you so called? You know, you got quality and shit, and this shit, and I got you got quality, and it sounds like my record sounds strange. So you know the hell you doing with this daggone shit. You don't know how to mix the master shit right.
Right. And
That's why I got a cassette tape. That's why I got a cassette tape by one. I got to sit there and say, go to people who know the fuck they're doing with my work. And as you heard, cassette tape volume 2 on that SoundCloud, that shit sound way fucking better.
I definitely feel like it's clean. And I like like it
More,
starts strong. It feels more song like. Not to say the other ones weren't song like, but
yeah,
it feels more like final product.
yeah. I want you the best. If motherfuckers, if you feel like you want to come to Baltimore, go to Right Way Studios. They know what they're doing. Get your money's worth.
That's a good recommendation. Um
Yeah, the hell yeah, they doing.
so
So
in the time that you were making the project, were you also have you been performing? Have you been like involved in the Baltimore
yeah,
scene?
yes, I'm a foreman at I'm a foreman in DC. I'm foreman in DC. I'm foreman in like little clubs in Baltimore on Charles Street. And them songs got good feedback.
DC's right next to Baltimore, right? Or near it?
DC's right next to 45 minutes away.
Okay, cool. I'm not the best at US
Right next to
geography.
Baltimore. Yeah, I'm foreman in DC. Some little I'm trying to form at colleges and shit. It did me doing that service. It taught me. I mean, I like I say, doing this. It was a learning. I learned about flyers and shit.
Yeah.
How this person get their picture on this shit? It's the flyer, and I learned.
No, I mean, these are all like all these little things I find are almost like checklist items. Like I don't think about a lot of the things you're talking about right now. But as you're describing
Yeah,
everything that you're describing, I feel like I learned every single one of those lessons to some degree or another across my journey as an artist to get to where I am today.
yeah. You gonna want to learn. You gonna want to learn artists. You gonna want to learn to be successful as an artist because eventually, I'm telling you, you work a regular 9 to 5 job, right?
I do, yeah.
There's gonna come a day you gotta think to yourself, how long can you keep doing this shit? Working every day. So I'm kicking out real life shit. Working every day. The motherfucker talk to you any type way they see fit. You can't do nothing about it besides take it and come to work or ask yourself this question. I want to learn this fucking music game. What is it? Think yourself, what does a manager do? What is accounting? What is percentage? Get somebody learn about an entertainment lawyer. Learn about things beyond the stage. So you can be safe. You can say, you know what, I ain't gotta work a fucking job again. What I do, my passion is my job. My
I
interest is my job.
yeah, man, like
That's what yeah.
you're spitting the facts,
That's what I
man.
want. That's what yeah. You want to get to the point like that, I can leave this motherfucking job and I gotta look for another one. Because what I'm doing is my job and I enjoy it.
Honestly, yeah. I feel a lot of the same
So
things. I don't necessarily want to go to a 9 to 5 and then do all of this and then go do all the different things I try to do. And then you're like, it would be fun to be able to like enjoy the new
yeah.
movie and not feel like I got some other shit
Yeah.
I got to be doing.
Every actually every job you had in your life, so you ever liked any of them?
I actually kind of like some. Okay, I don't necessarily enjoy the like products per se, but the role I get to play, like I got to be the trainer in a call center, so I got paid to like talk for 8 hours. It was kind of lit. As a rapper, it's kind of fun to get paid to talk, even if it's. And I got to do some voiceover shit, so it's not like actually bad, or I got to write a lot. So I ended up getting kind of blessed with jobs. Like once I got past a certain tier, it's like even right now, I kind of get paid to like look at data, make PowerPoints, make doc files. Like I don't hate my job, but to your point, I don't necessarily find it like satisfying. It's like it pays me, but then I have all this other shit I gotta pay out. So I'm still in a position where when it comes time to be like, yo, can I get Uber Eats today? It's like I probably should not get Uber Eats. I should probably like be more frugal. And it feels like, yo, I moved up a bunch, but like, and in some ways, don't get me wrong, I'm kind of spoiled in some ways, but in a lot of ways, it isn't really where I want it to be. I'm 33 and I'm like, yo, I'm turning 34 in 2 weeks. I'm like, you kind of like in your mid 30s are like, I want it to be littier than what it was. It's better, but it's not like, but it's mostly I'm smarter about how I move today. So I know it's going to get better. Almost like it's a transitionary phase. And I appreciate that. And it's humbling. Don't get me wrong. It's very humbling. This has been a very humbling year for me. But like, and things have gone well. Like I've had the best year of my career, so to speak, in terms of people knowing my name and actually knowing who I am in the way that you're describing on this interview shit. It worked out well. Not for music, but at least this interview shit got me a little buzz. So I'm like, wow, it's the first time in my fucking life for real. You know, so like, I'm with you on that. It's coming. Is it where I want it to be? Not 100, but everything you're saying is super relatable, man.
Yeah, you get it. You getting there to the top of the ladder. Just keep on climbing so you can ring the motherfucking bell.
That's it. And
yeah, the victory is near. You know, that's my thought. That's my thought as an artist. Like, you know what? Keep doing. Most motherfuckers would tell me keep doing what you're doing. Shit, all right.
No, but I like that idea. Yo, because even at work, right? Like, basically, you're supposed to run a campaign. Then you're supposed to analyze the campaign, discuss with people what worked, what didn't work, and then do the next campaign better based on that shit and comparing. And so, like, you're just doing that with the art, and it makes the most sense. How is the live scene in Baltimore? Like, is there a lot of stuff happening there, or is it like one of those places where it's more complicated?
Like, how the scene in Baltimore is?
Yeah, I don't know much about it.
Okay. Baltimore City is horrible. People are not going to help you. Yeah, you're not going to help. He's not going to help you. He help you when you come up. That's how Baltimore is. Even with me being an artist, anybody, oh, yo, I want to do it. They ain't was no interest in me. No, we gotta realize King Los is not going to help you. D. Trinata is not going to help you. Any big time artist in Baltimore is not gonna come and get you. You gotta put it in your. You gotta put it in your own heart. You gotta come up on your own merit.
That's
These
true.
people are not gonna come and get you. You got. That's what I thought. Do not fucking. You know what I mean? I mean, you gotta realize. I mean, yeah. You gotta realize. You know. Stop sending. I learned this as an artist. You stop asking people the same questions about. Stop asking artists the same fucking questions. They can fucking read. They can read a Gmail. They can read a. It can read a DM. They just don't want to answer this shit.
That's funny. At a certain point in my life, I compared Spotify links to dick pics. At a certain point in my life, it felt like that. Now nobody sends me it because I think I'm a dick about it, but that happened for a minute.
Like, I mean, you understand what I mean?
I really do, dude. Everything you have said in this interview, I'm like, I fucking agree with this guy. I agree with it. You're not saying it, and I would not describe any of it with the words you used, but I agree with you pretty much the whole way through it.
Yeah.
I fucks with that. I mean, it's kind of like, yo, today I was describing like just this feeling of like, yo, I don't understand this fascination people have with the status quo of life. Like, it's almost like I'm hungry. Like, I'm hungry like I'm 18 in that sense. Like, I never stopped being hungry because I never hit what I wanted to hit. So I just never lost that drive in my soul, right? And I keep elevating
Yeah.
slow enough to stay motivated, but not fast enough to stop being hungry. It's kind of like a weird curse, but, well, I keep growing. But the reality is as I get older, I find a lot of people around me are less hungry. And that's the weird fascination to me. And I didn't know. I think that's the most weird part about lately is how many people don't necessarily see like the threat of being stagnant with shit and not like pushing to that like top tier effort level. I'm not saying
Yeah,
everyone,
people. Yeah, you.
but it's like not even just in music. I mean like motherfuckers on the regular life, they're like cop a house, procreate, cop a second house, get that to your kids when you die. I'm like, that's everybody's plan. Like, honestly, go run most people's life. That's like the basic plan. I'm like, that's not enough for me. Like, that's my basic thoughts. I'm like, no, I couldn't do that. I mean, I don't even really give a shit. Like, I want to own a house because of the good reasons to do it, but it's not even a goal. That's a reward for living my life right.
That's a reward. Like, yeah,
Like,
that is a reward.
it's like, yo, like, there's a lot I feel I have to do before, like, a house, which is a giant debt, is something I want to take. I want to buy a house in cash like it's a fucking car. And you know, like when you picture walking into like a car dealership, buying that shit cash, whatever. I want to do that with a house. Like walk in with like 5 million or whatever. And it might be not that much. I'll be more like 500,000 and drop it on a fucking house. Have it up front, ready to go. That to me is a flex.
Yeah, that is a flex. Like, it's my house right there, 500,000 on the table. Give me that. Give me the key.
That I would be very excited for. Now I have to find a way to make 500,000 extra.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, bro. It's possible. Don't be.
Nah,
It's possible.
Yo, if I do it at 50, I do it at 50. Okay, it takes me longer than I'd like. It's still gonna happen. Like even if it's some
possible.
superfluous dumb shit, I'm gonna make it happen, my guy. It's like
Yeah, right.
even if it's not a house, I want to do something grandiose in that nature.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like I said about the Baltimore scene, you gotta come up in Baltimore. You have to. You can't get content in Baltimore. You know what I mean? I saw you gotta make moves, you make yourself heard. You can't just stand still in Baltimore City. It's every man for themselves in Baltimore City. Motherfuckers are not gonna be motherfuckers don't want to speak. All this, Black Lives Matter, come go to Oakley Avenue, go to Park Heights, go to the Emerson Village and see Black Lives Matter. They fucking don't. You matter when you become this shit as an artist, a boxer, a singer, a football player, an actor. When you come up, that's when you matter. It don't matter because you fucking passed the fucking 12th grade. You said no to dope. It don't matter if you drug free. It matter. It don't matter. It don't matter if you God fearing. It matter when you become the shit to people in your hood. Come on now, Martin Luther King. I'm not. Martin Luther King said he want to get to the mountaintop. I want to get to the mountaintop for my city.
Right. I
And
think
yes, I'm climbing the mountain. I'm climbing. And I'm gonna stick my fork in it in a matter of time. Very soon.
I believe you, Mr. O. I really think you're
Yeah.
gonna do it. You got me thinking though, because I've been doing this for about a year. I'm saying November 7th is my first Twitch stream, and I was trying. It was hard to get people to do interviews until I went live. Then all of a sudden, when motherfuckers be like, "I have to leave," all of a sudden I got booked the fuck up. But up until that, it was super hard. Then I've been doing this. I've been talking to people like this kind of flow. Let's talk about your life type shit for like
Yeah.
a year, maybe 175 people, something crazy like that. It's like a big number. And like every city that's not Atlanta or one of them kind of describes the same sentiment, right? So it makes me wonder if the move isn't to just like everybody should just say, I'm going to go find a friend in 8 other cities. I want to just work with those folks. And if everybody does that, because yo, when you say Baltimore, I'm like, I don't even give a fuck if you're the worst rapper in Baltimore. Fuck that. That's so cool, right? Like, I know
Yeah.
people kind of
They
act
want
like
that.
that about Montreal when I talk about it. I'm not saying everyone, but it's different. You're like, yo, Montreal. I don't know everybody in Montreal. It's like unlocking keys to universes. So I finally just get more excited
Yeah.
about people that don't live where we are. I mean, like, I'm excited for the Montreal cats, not gonna lie. But like when I hear, yo, that guy's like Baltimore, that's gonna be completely different. I don't even know what I'm gonna expect, right? Like, and
Well,
then, yo, this guy in like the UK wanted to work with me. Trust me, as far as like the rewards go, probably not as much as I would have liked. As far as the, oh my god, I got an international track, that was like, that kind of shit's wild to me. Like sometimes it's just cool points. Sometimes I really do like the cool points.
yeah.
But yeah, the idea of you being in Baltimore is cool. And when I talk to people in New York, it's like, it's fucking New York. But then, like, if I talk to a dude in Ohio, it's like, yo, that motherfucker raps in Ohio. And to me, it's not like to you, maybe, because y'all are the States and that means different things. But for me, it's like, that dude's in the States or that dude's
Yeah.
over there. So it's
Yeah.
like, it creates like, I find this
Baltimore.
thing. Whereas like for me, it's like in the local scene, I find I face the same challenges. Not everybody. I love y'all. Don't get me wrong. But like there is like, you know, a competition going on where we all fucking climbing the ladder at the same fucking time. And like I may have all love for you, but I secretly may want it more than I want you to have it. And I'm not saying I'm even better than that. I'm saying I'm working on it in my soul so I can be more of a team player if everything. But if we're being real, that's what it comes down to. Like I see other people doing better. I have to literally get over myself sometimes and remember that I'm doing my own thing and I'm doing it at my own pace and I'm gonna get there. But like sometimes, cause yo, in Montreal, there is a lot of people on that ladder doing better than me, and it's all love because for me, it's like the city needs it. But sometimes it's
Right
really
about that.
challenging. And I understand that
Yeah.
my best opportunity, honestly, is if everybody's winning and everybody's eating. And it took me a huge amount of time to accept that lesson. And that I'm probably not going to be mascot man. I can get to the top of the mountain, but like there going to be some people at the top of that mountain before I get there. And I'm okay with that because I'm going to get there. And that's what motivates me.
You gonna get there. Like I said, it's who won? The tortoise or the hare?
I think about another tortoise one. Fuck me. Tortoise one.
The tortoise won.
Yeah.
Yeah, tortoise won. You slow as shit, but you made it to the finish line. So
And then I know that I'm going to be doing
yeah.
something in 10 years. I don't know what it'll be. I hope it's like bigger. I mean, it should be. But like,
Yeah.
I know that no matter what happens, the skill set, the connections I've now made, the people I've met, like it's going to keep happening in some way or another, even if this all died tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. Stay determined, stay persistent, stay in faith, and what you are waiting for is going is the door is opening.
Have you traveled a lot?
Travel. I've been out of I've traveled before. I've been out of Baltimore. I've been to Virginia. I've been to Philly. I've been to New York. I've been to Washington D.C. I've been to Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
It's cool.
I've been out of my state. Yeah.
Sounds really fucking important, I find. Have you ever like done any touring shits or anything like that?
Nah, I never been. I'm gonna work on that. Damn, you made that shit. I missed the O tour.
Yo, I heard it's doable in the States. Like, y'all cities be, like, close enough together that, like, you could book, like, 6, 7 things, line it up at the right 6, 7 states, and technically do, like, a 7-state tour in, like, a week and a half.
That sound hard though. But I say this, man. I'm gonna write this shit down on paper. Hope y'all figured out Mr. O tour. That'd be some shit like, damn, got 500 people at my tour.
You got,
Yeah. So we still on cassette volume 2, right?
yeah.
So as I was saying about that, like, what I mean, the campaign with that is still rolling. But it's still rolling, but I'm trying to get in store for that shit. It's done. Volume 2 has been done. So as of right now, I'm working on cassette tape volume 3. Peace out.
Okay.
That's being made.
That's super cool. Is it like a trilogy or is there gonna be more after that?
No, that's gonna be it.
That's fire. That's hard.
Three, three. Cassette tape volume 3. Peace out. Yeah, that's being made right now.
Why
Almost. It's like I don't know, 45% done.
is it called Peace Out?
Cause it's the end of the series.
Fair enough. I mean, I interpreted it like, nah, Mr. O's gonna be successful and popping off, and I'm fucking off. And peace out, like
Yeah,
mic drop. And I'm
yeah.
like, and it's serious. That's simpler.
Cassette tape volume 3. Peace out. Yeah. Think about it. Cassette tape volume 1. Cassette tape volume 2. The Resurrection of the 90s. Cassette tape volume 3. Peace out.
Yeah, it works. That's a pretty solid series. As far as
Yeah.
so, what inspires you for stuff like music and videos?
Uh, as the videos, some of the videos that I made, you saw my videos, didn't you?
Yeah, but I'm not okay. Look, I watch music videos. They don't really stick with me a lot. So like,
Okay, well, when, it's, like, when I made the videos and shit, all of them videos were my ideas.
right,
All of them. Judgmental. Growing up as a youngster. Broads. Blowing up my town. Come on now. Kirking out. Full 10 bitches part 1. Full 10 bitches 2. The rant. All that shit was thought about. Inspired me with the videos. Basically, all the videos were my idea. I picked the clothes. I picked the location. I picked the bitches. You know what I'm saying? All this is all my thoughts. Like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, hey, yo, and some of the videos were very expensive too. Like one was very expensive. One.
right. No, that's fair. I mean, I'm just asking because like I'm curious about inspirations and processes and how
Oh,
people do their thing.
inspirational. I mean, inspiration came from my childhood. You know what I mean? The videos all from my childhood. God from my childhood is just okay. This video with me right here, all the clothes, that was from my childhood. That's like inspiration to my growing up. That's how I made the videos that you see, that you saw, you know.
No, it's really fair. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What other kinds of stuff do you plan on doing to market yourself?
Shit, like I said, promotion is the number one way of getting yourself out. The best promotion. Not this fucking posting this shit that we fucking do on Instagram. The
Right.
best promotion. That's why I went with the best promotion. I'm gonna figure out how to do merch. My merch might be a little controversial, but fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Why?
Yeah, huh?
What's your merch gonna be that's controversial?
I might get a shirt. Oh shit! I might get a shirt man say shorty on her quiz shit. Yeah,
Fair,
bitch, you
that's
like what the fuck?
fair enough. I I get it. That's towing a line.
Yeah, like what? Shorty on her quiz. She talking about me. Hey, I ain't being myself.
Yeah, but that kind of thinking in general definitely puts you into like that like out there shit. Like people who make merch where it's just like your logo and whatnot, and that's the end of it. It's like as much as that's cool, I don't actually like rocking logos so much. An expression maybe, but like I don't really rock anybody's logos. Not even my own logo. Sometimes I do, but like like that tech shit though. Sometimes I'm gonna feel that shit and want to wear that shit, and I'll fucks with it.
Yeah, I got you, yo.
Oh, that's fresh. So I guess after you put the piece out project out, do you have plans for like what comes after that, or are you just kind of waiting to see where
Yeah.
life takes you?
After the series is completed, then it'll be an EP coming.
That's
The
fire.
EP will be called the EP will be called Captain O.
Okay. It's like an upgrade.
Yeah, Captain O. Like you see on my damn social media, Mr. Captain O.
I did. I had to remember that when I looked you up because I was thinking Mista O, which really sticky name. I did not forget Mista O from the first time I saw it. Um,
Like, you stick to the brain like that.
yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fresh. So after that, the EP comes, you're just gonna keep pushing the grind. So what else do you do outside of music? Do you have other passions and hobbies that interest you?
Beyond being an artist, that's other things get my interest. Like, I want to learn how to do like this. I want to learn. I want to learn how to just learn the business of being an artist. Like, actually get to the point I can get the fuck up when I want to.
Right.
You know what I mean? I get the fuck up because somebody because I works for me actually get up when I want to and do what I enjoy. Like wake up one day and say, my passion, my enjoyment bought me this house. It bought me these cars. It bought me all I worked for majority of my life behind my thinking got me all I have. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, mate, that's
I
sick.
don't gotta get it, meaning I don't gotta get up and talk to some motherfucker I'm never going to know in my life because my passion, yeah, never going to know in my life ever behind my passion. Mean I don't gotta get up and work in no damn FedEx no more, no Walmart, no Burger King, no nothing behind. That's what I mean by put it. That's what I mean by making some of myself that this 9 to 5 life is over.
Yeah,
When you
man.
want that, that's what I mean. Get a piece of paper, write down your vision, and your vision will come true. But like, it's some things I vision myself as an artist. I kind of see myself probably making movies, or making movies. Maybe a little. He imagine Mr. O singing a little R&B. I don't, little aspirations in my life. But I do want to live a prosperous, long life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
Life of a prosperous, long life that I enjoy. Not life of just you did nothing. I was an old motherfucking man, so I did nothing all my life. I did nothing to change my life. I want a life where damn nigga, damn man, you fuck all these bitches. You prospered, you traveled, you were effective. You were a person from Baltimore City that went the distance, and what you wanted, you achieved it. Mediocre life will take a toll on your mind. When you doing shit you don't like every day, and your right mind, you can do better.
nah, he's spitting facts. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like, sometimes I'm
every
sitting there like, yo, he's
day.
like on fucking point. Like, yo, I literally write
Yeah,
shit about these kinds of subjects. Like the monotony.
yeah.
The thing that I find
Of me,
hardest is the fact that it can be like 2 or 3 months go by sometimes. And as much as stuff changes, it doesn't always feel like my day to day changes. My accolades may change, but I still gotta wake up at 6 something in the morning and I still gotta blah blah blah. And then the next thing I know, it's 11 o'clock and it's bedtime, and I'm like, yo, 3 days will
yeah,
disappear. And then maybe I get
yeah,
like a couple of hours here and there to like fuck around, but like the more badly I want it, the more my schedule is full all the time. And
yeah,
that mixed with the parts where it's like, again, I feel blessed for my job, so I do not want to act like it's a bad job, but
I,
I would like to
yeah,
not have to do it on the conditions of waking up and being in a certain environment, or like, actually I work from home. I'm pretty blessed, but like I don't want, because I feel bad trying to complain like that, but like the desire to have
mm,
full control over my life and live the life that I dream in my head is still as powerful, and like I think about it every day. I think about the level of effort. I also know that like one catastrophe and I'm like derailed. So it's like I want that security of knowing that I can keep it. Not that I can have something, but to keep it, fuck me, that's the goal. I want to keep it, at least some of it, so that I'm not fucked. I don't want to be old.
yeah.
Cause yo, I've seen some shit where like the old and poor is a fucking terrible position to be in.
It
Like
is terrible. Oh my lord. Chat, you wake up, hey, come here, you little youngster. You got $1? I've seen it. Wake up an old ass man and the streets ask somebody for $1. You still struggling. Wake up. I'm telling you, I got family members who in their areas and still living, still working a fucking job.
I
You
got
hear me?
family members that are on stuff like welfare that are of that age where it's like, say a word, I don't want to be on social services. It's pretty easy to get welfare in Canada, relatively speaking. And I don't want to be in that position where, like, I'm not even working and shit. And that fucks with me sometimes to think about, like, yo, if I don't stack my life in the way that I'm supposed to stack my life, that's like the outcome is like it's not nothing in life is certain, right? Like every good run you have can be
You're
taken
right.
away. So I have to
Nothing
figure
is
out how to
certain.
make sure that like everything I do now is like stacking into something that when next year comes it makes sense. Because one of my biggest mistakes was stacking and gambling and praying shit that wasn't necessarily working right, and I kept pushing, and then it took a long time to learn how to recognize when it's time to let something go, and that's the hardest
Yeah,
part.
yeah. Sometimes, sometimes we gotta let people go.
Oof, big one,
Yeah,
big one.
you gotta let people go. All that seeing the same results, seeing the same results day to day, month to month, year to year, and you see it get no better. I mean, sometimes you let family members go, your so-called friends go. They not making no increase to your life.
Yeah,
Word up. So
yeah, I feel that shit
yeah.
real. Like, I also feel like you're not allowed to talk this shit so blunt, like in a regular. Like, I'm not
Oh,
gonna pretend like I don't run some math equations in my head with people and act like, yo, what is the value this person brings versus the value that I provide, and some. Now, I add some shit like understanding privilege and like I got some blessings that maybe aren't afforded to the rest of the world, and that's a real thing. And but so I keep some shit in mind, but I judge a lot by people's attitudes and actions and how much they honor commitments. Like, you know what's crazy? If somebody's not necessarily willing to honor a commitment that they make with, not one that you make with them, when somebody proposes something to you and then does not honor that commitment, that's a huge sign.
yeah. That's a red flag when they're not standing with you. You feel me? Me being a rap artist, I saw shit. I saw people, my family didn't give a fuck about what wasn't there when I went and made a show.
Mm,
Hey, don't over here. They not there. They ain't bought my mixtapes. I'm not gonna. I could only be naive for so long.
yeah, I feel that. And I'm not like,
Even
you know what?
even at the job, even when I was working at Walmart, I could only be naive for so long to realize this motherfucker ain't listen to my shit. So stop showing you shit and
Yeah,
work go on the street and be the shit.
I got lucky at work that like a 2, 3 people took my shit seriously. But like, I'm like, they spin my. This one guy will spin my songs. He'll give me like 100 spins on Spotify. Just like loop it, and I'm like, that dude's fucking real shit. But outside of him, I had to learn that like I probably wasn't doing myself any favors being like, yo, what's goody? Check the new track or whatever. I would say it's smarter than that, but like you have to learn to let. And I didn't do that in my Facebook DMs because I did that in 2012, and it fucking pissed off everybody. So by 2014, I was like, nope, that's not my moves. Because there are some people where I check the DMs, dude, and it's
Yeah,
embarrassing to see the shit I used to do. And you scroll up and you're like, and then you know this person's going to scroll up too, and they're going to see how you were some fucking thirsty in the DMs, motherfucker, in 20 whatever it was. And now you're like, yo, it's goody. It's just, you got to look at that.
yeah, yeah. I feel you. I feel you when you see people who's like they responding what the fuck they want to respond to,
And then
right?
and then you see they didn't respond to you. Maybe now they
Yeah, I
responded.
mean, yeah. You see old. I look at my old ass Gmails like writing to people they don't say shit. This is 2 months ago, years ago.
But I
I'm
don't know.
good at hints. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm good at hints. I'm good at hints. Like I guess I could be a master at what this shit called at charades. You feel me?
I fucks with that. Nah, but I feel it. I feel like it's like important, right? Like on the one side, not everyone's gonna tell you the truth to your face, which is a real thing, which is unfortunate. So sometimes people will like smile at you, especially if you have something to offer. Like everybody's my homeboy before an interview, you know, like,
But
and then after an interview, not to
like a poem.
I might not hear from you again. And it's like, oh, say a word. And it's not like a bad thing. I'm not mad at it. We all got lives, this, that, the next thing. And there's a lot of people that hollered after kind of thing. But sometimes you start to see an attitude shift in certain circumstances within the people that you deal with. And you're like, oh, sometimes y'all like misrepresented yourself to me and you misrepresented your intentions. And maybe in some cases it's because people don't see themselves as they actually, or however, we disagree on a perception of them. But end of the day, it's like I feel like people aren't so straightforward with what they want out of you, and that's always been weird to me. I'm not sure how to process that. It's still a real part of it. That's what like fucking office politics is. It's like figuring out all that shit. Like that's how you deal with colleagues and crap. You know, it's this weird fucking game.
I feel you, man. All I can say about that shit is like this: don't make motherfuckers habits.
Mm, I like that.
Stop, stop making people habits.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I don't like making habits out of people. If I know that me and you's a fucking dead end, you a habit. I got to break. You know what I'm
Nah, it hits heavy. I fucks with that.
saying? Yeah. It's just straight, straight facts like that.
So, yes, who are some of the people that you inspire Mr. O musically?
Who inspired me as an artist? I get inspiration from like ASAP Rocky. I get inspiration from my people who was winning. You know, I may never, I may not be the biggest Jay Z fan, but I get inspiration by him and others too. Because in the day, there was once upon a time, people he was nobody. There was some artists with nobody. Like he wasn't. It was once upon a time it was a who is you. You wake up 50, 52, 53 years old, and you a billionaire, a person who came from the street, and not as many people became a billionaire. I inspired my people. I mean, it inspired me like, damn, I can do this. I can get there in some time. I hope I inspire a lot of people. You know what I mean? I hope I inspire a lot of people with my way.
That's really
You know what I
cool.
mean?
No, I do.
This
That's
way can inspire a lot of people. Like, damn, this guy right here, he was determined. He not like mediocre life at all. That's what I mean. You got yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. I want to inspire a lot of people. Like, don't get like him. Get like
I do
with my
not
music.
find you mediocre. uh,
I'm not, nah,
I think like what I find fascinating about you is mostly your, and I feel like I try to do the same thing, so it's cool to me at least, is the focus on the habits that create success and longevity. Cause yo, I study that shit. Jay-Z is so fascinating, and there's so many
yeah,
people that like have habits that are good, and then there's all it really takes is to pivot the habits in your life in a sense to like change trajectories, whether it's people or how you spend your time or tactics you choose to use with marketing and shit. But I think it's
yeah,
cool that like your answer is less about like what music you enjoy and more about which people whose characteristics you can embody.
yeah. Master P inspires me.
Yeah,
You
Masterpiece
heard me?
pretty fucking inspiring.
Master P inspires me. Master P inspires me. Bootsy inspires me. People, people who don't know how, people who know that know that they can be something. And like I say, know people know they can be something at any given time. Don't be fooled by some fucking computer screen tell you about You supposed to be so and so age to be. You never know what age you gonna be this shit. You heard me? There's
True.
no guarantee what age you gonna be anything big, a big time star. So you may get some tunnel vision and concentrate on being the shit for yourself.
Right.
I know, 'cause I know you can. Only I can do it for me.
I hear what you're
You
saying, man.
know,
No, I hear you.
that's what I can do it for me. I can't. You can't live for people. You gotta do it for your own. You can't. You gotta do it for your own purpose. You can't be. You know what I mean? That's all I can tell people. How long can you keep helping people if it's a dead end? Showing people showing people this person does photography, this person has studio time, this person does all this shit pertaining to the craft, and you find yourself wasting your breath.
Right.
I don't like doing that, people. If I know you don't want like I want.
I feel like, yeah,
So,
you put it really bluntly.
yeah. I
Nah,
seen it enough. Like, oh my, I seen enough. Hey, this guy does videos and shit. And you ain't utilizing. I seen enough, this person does videos and shit, and you're not utilizing my knowledge I'm giving you.
mm,
Shit, motivate. Yeah, that motivate to leave that person where they at.
yeah, I appreciate where you're coming from. Sometimes people do not use the knowledge that you share for whatever
Yeah,
reason. And it is an extremely frustrating experience to go through when you're like, nah,
yeah.
if you do this, 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 and this, the outcome can shift like that. And they're like, nah, I'm going to keep doing this. And you're like, I mean,
No, no.
in like some cases it's goofy to me. Like it's not like a lot of things, but in some cases it's like I could screenshot shit and prove some shit wrong as level of like it's so goofy to me. And like people still like want it, and I'm like, alright, okay, all right, chase that
Yeah,
shit. And it's like, what's anyway? So you end up in these places where sometimes I find it super hard to explain the lessons I learned through fucking up for like I don't know. I've been fucking up since 2012, solidly, like nonstop, consistently making stupid choices and wasting money until I got
yeah.
smarter and I got less fucking up. And now I would say I'm not fucking up that much. Now I'm just like overwhelmed in good ways. But like, I think it took 9 years of constant push before I really started to see any kind of like anything that I was really kind of like, oh, this is fucking cool. I mean, there was some mini wins in the middle, but like all of it was fuck ups. And now I'm like, okay, this is why I don't know that these things should happen. But sometimes it's like people just need to kind of learn the things themselves, or they like everyone just kind of wants to learn the things. Now I'm at a point where if I can avoid learning a thing myself, I'm willing to shut the fuck up enough to take some shit seriously. It still might take me 6 months, but I'm gonna learn that motherfucker.
You gonna learn it. You gonna want to learn it. If it's so called a goal, you gonna want to learn it.
Yeah, because otherwise it's
You gonna
like you
want to
said,
work to
man.
you going.
Well, it's like you say, you don't want to be doing like, yo, I don't want my life to look like this in a year. And I never want that to be true. I want every single year of my life to feel like it's evolved. Like it should never, to me, I never want it to go backwards. It might, but I don't want it
Yeah,
to.
yeah. You seen it? Like I say, seeing shit repetitiously. The same, the same Valentine's Day, the same Christmas, the
Yeah.
same New Year's Day, the same pay, talking to the same bitches. You know what I mean? You like, damn, this circle ain't coming to an end.
But at the same time, it keeps me
this,
hungry. Because,
yeah, yeah,
I never lost that. And maybe, I don't know why other people lose it and I didn't, but fuck it. Whatever. Yo, I literally do some shit. Like, I'm trying to get my health on, lose weight, get all
yeah.
proper and shape and shit. I'm fucking battles for days on that one. But, like, yo, I
You
realize, like,
gotta, I'm gonna tell you something, yo. If you want to lose weight, you ask yourself this one question. You gotta think yourself why I'm eating it, why I'm eating this shit. It's not doing me any good. You gotta say this. So I
Bro,
don't want
I
no
mean,
more
you
grub.
gotta
Yeah,
understand.
I know. I know. I know it. I know it's a. I know it's a bit. But you know what I'm saying.
So
You
like
gotta actually say
sometimes
no to
what happen,
Grubhub.
yo, bro, it's like you. I'm good for like a week and a half. I'm good for like 3 months, and then I'll binge like a motherfucker, and then I undo it all,
Oh,
and then I do it all good for like 6 months, and then I undo it all. And I have been the same fuck. Oh, this is a physical. I've been the same basic like up and down 10 pounds for like a year and a bit, which actually is kind of cool. So I maintained like a motherfucker. I lost 60 pounds, which I'm really proud of, and I kept off that weight. The rest of it's been a war. Because you know what I found out though? Let's say you actually get some cardio in your life, and now all of a sudden you can do some shit like cycle across the city. You hungry a lot. You're just a lot hungry. And then you want to work out more because you're like, whoa, I've been eating. So you push yourself a bit more, and then you just want to fucking eat. And then what happens? 11 p.m. Bro, that's when the bad times come. I'm really good until
oh,
nighttime.
the eating.
Like,
Shit,
yo, you
man.
watch. I'll
When
be
he,
like fucking disciplined, and then 11 p.m. comes, and I'm like, yo, where the chips at?
nice.
Give me ice cream.
I got you. I got you. I got.
But it's
You gotta
drugs,
be
right?
disciplined.
I feel like a lot of this junk food
Yeah.
shit is drugs. I'm an addict, and I'm fucking managing to go to war. I'm beating that shit. That's how I look at it. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Your
It's
sugar is wildly crazy when you think about it. Like when you try to not have sugar, you just crave it. You crave it like it's some shit in your life.
Yeah, sugar heavy. Yeah, sugar heavy. Yeah. Any more questions?
Nah, I'm pretty good. I don't know, man. I feel like conversations flow as they flow. I'm not 100% sure where to take this. We've definitely covered a lot, and I really like the ground that we covered, man. I really appreciated a lot of it. You already said what you got coming next and whatnot. Everybody out there can make sure to follow Mista O. Links will be
Yeah.
in the description of everything, and I'm putting it in the chat right now so it appears on the fucking screens and whatnot. So it's really important to do that. Show some love. I appreciate having the conversation with you because I feel like even if nothing else, I felt what you were saying in my soul, and it motivated me on some
Yeah.
motivation shit. So that's really cool
Yeah.
for me on like a selfish tip. So I hope other people feel the same way with that. Do you have anything you would like to say to all the peoples out there before we part ways?
Oh, I got something to say to people out there.
Get it.
Well, is this the I don't know what you believe in and whatever, but know this. The Bible does tell us all. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. You can be you can be you can be astronomical too. Don't believe you're supposed to work a job forever and ever and it goes nowhere. Don't believe you're supposed to be lonely all the days of your life. Don't believe you're supposed to be success. You're supposed to be poor. If he say he's the resurrection life, you can come up
Hmm.
to.
We got a question from
I
the
think
chat. If you want to answer that, did you watch the verses last night?
well, Big Daddy Kane and KS1.
Yeah.
I saw a little bit of it, a little bit. When it comes to verses, yo, I gotta sit down. I gotta sit down and watch it. You know what I mean? I gotta sit down and have no distractions. If I'm
Mm.
watching, so I'm gonna watch it though. What up, Kane?
I mean, if you ask me, yeah, it was like clean. It was like, psh. Yeah, I watched it because of Facebook. To be honest, I was like, I watched the conversation online, and beforehand, everybody said one thing, and then after a lot of people switched teams, I was like, oh, say a word. Now I'm fucking curious, and I had it on, and I'm like, no, I get it. It had a lot to do with the performance, not the songs. Like it's no longer about the songs, right? Like it's just how dope is the show. It's a showmanship game now, and it's like, yeah, I feel like he took it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna watch it probably like Saturday or Sunday. I'm gonna watch it though, Saturday or Sunday. I'm trying to stay motivated, get this series knocked out.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Yo, honestly, Mr.
All right.
O, I loved your closing words. I appreciate you for taking that last question, Stills. And I look forward to seeing when your next tapes drops. I hope we keep in touch and whatnot. On that note, thank you all for watching this, because all of you watching that stuck through, a few of you that did, y'all are fucking troopers, and I appreciate you. And all the people in the future that watch it, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out Mr. O, all that good stuff is super important shits. And on that note, everyone, live long and prosper.
Peace.